welcome back to Jtwes. We are got a lot ahead of us the next day or two. Hanging there with us on this video, and I think it'll be a good video by the time we're done. By the time we're done, the hope is we'll be finishing planting some Jimmy Red, the biggest Jimmy Red field I've ever planted. My goodness, I guess I'll be in the corn business if I get this thing planted. But so far what I've done, I've disked it, the Jimmy Red field, twice with this big disc. I didn't show none of it because you guys have seen this. I am going to disc it with this one final time, and then Sammy's going to come follow up behind us on this and hopefully level everything out, get all of the disc tracks, and then it'll be ready to plant Saturday. Now we may have to, just depending on the rain today, it's got drizzle in the air, which the dirt's pretty dry, so it's soaking that up pretty quick. You know, if we don't get it all shaped up to plant today, we can get it finished hopefully tomorrow and then plant Saturday. I probably will, just from looking at the way the soil's going to be real sandy and I think going to work up real good, I probably won't use that planter to plant the Jimmy Red. We'll use the other planter, but we'll get that. We got to get fertilized on this tractor tomorrow, and so, you know, we'll go through all that. This will be a couple of days video, but with that said, thanks everybody for tuning in. Don't forget, we always have Jtwes merchandise. The link's always in the description of the video. If you guys care to have a mug or a hat or some stickers or something like that, consider maybe getting one of those. And also my deal that I have worked out with Camel City Meals on the socks that they have. Man, I'm telling you, I've been enjoying my socks. I heard back from a fellow at church. If any of you guys bought any, drop a comment. Now, I'm not saying, you know, you have to drop a nice comment. If the sock's just not for you, then say so. It's not going to, you know, hurt me or anything. But I think it's a good sock. I wear them every day, every single day. Love them, love them, love them. And I may even get me some that don't go up to here to wear at the beach. So if I do have some tennis shoes and shorts on, you know, they won't be kind of funny looking. I don't think Lino would let me wear knee-high socks at the beach. So, but anyway, we'll do that and get up the road and get this and get it started, I guess.
This is for our air grabs.
For what?
Air grab.
Fuel on.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put back.
Crank it up. I got it.
back in the shed. Will drove some. Sammy did excellent. Sammy caught my wrath when he messed up, but he's learning and he's as good as they get on them. And after about 20-30 minutes, he did good. But I told him, I said, Sammy, I want you to be good driving that thing. I want to tell you when it's not right and when it's wrong. But he did good. Worked up good. I think we're going to use, pretty sure we're going to just use the Super A with the planter we did the sweet corn with. But I did make it by Brandon's today. And I picked up this 1979A. But it's a large, it's a 16 sail. This side away from seed. It doesn't say what it is, but on the wall, I guess Brandon had looked it up. It's a large seed plate for international, and it's 16 sail like the one we planted the sweet corn with. So I think we're going to probably end up using this. We're going to check it here in a little bit. But actually, I need to check it now before I put the Avipel on the seed. So let's get some things together, because this is what we got to do. We got to coat the seed, which that's going to be a different video altogether. Actually, funny thing is, I actually meant to start that video now, but we're continuing on from yesterday. I get mixed up. All right, that'll be a separate video, because I want to be able to put links or email somebody a link about it, and it'll go straight to it, to the point, and it's not going to be a real long video. But anyway, all right, so let's we'll come back, we'll check the planter, we'll put the planter on there, and check his seed before we coat it. We have got to get some fertilized equipment on this tractor. I always just go ahead and run these things out pretty good ways, make it easy on yourself. And you have to kind of watch stuff like that right there when you put it on. I think I got one up underneath here I need to grab real quick, and we'll hang the fertilized stuff on here. Alright, make sure that wire's out of the way. Get this arm. Okay. Yes, I know they were out a lot further than I needed them to be, but just keeps you from wrestling with it. Guys, that bottom bolt has got a shoulder on it, and it probably would be better served if it was a flat back bolt, because it was trying to push that arm back out. I had to hold it down. We got it tight, but it would be better served the other way. I don't think that's 15/16. Of course it wouldn't be. I've got to get me a ratchet wrench that fits that, but we do have a farmall wrench that will. I actually don't carry this on the tractor much. I'm always worried I'm gonna lose it. Okay, now that that part's done, I need to throw this on here. Once again, yes, I probably took that out a lot further than I needed to. And yes, I'm running an international hopper this time. I think a few people got their feelings hurt on my John Deere hopper, but I'm here to tell you, that John Deere hopper over on that shelf, which I can mount it right here real easy. I've made a mount up for it. Man, that's about the best hopper I got, guys. So I don't know if I mentioned it in any other video, but I love my grease gun, but it may be creating a problem with the 122. I'm blowing grease out the side of the spool bearing where it shouldn't be coming out, and it's not making it into the spool bearing. So we're gonna try some leather gaskets between the spool bearing and the frame, If you look back a few videos ago, I made some paper gaskets, and one of them that's leaking is coming out of an old gasket. The other one is actually coming out of a paper gasket that I made. And I don't know, is it because this grease gun's putting so much pressure on it, so to speak? If I should be greasing it with that hand grease gun, I don't know. We'll see. But even that hand grease gun will put a lot of pressure on it, so I don't know. But let's grease this up real quick. Don't take much. We're gonna get this foot on. Don't want to make this video too long, but it's, you know, this is all what happens when we get ready to plant corn. Lord willing, we're planting it tomorrow morning, but I want to show you guys something. These fertilized feet, if you'll notice, this is level. If you'll notice, the back end of this thing is kicked up in the air. If you'll have it like that, running across the ground like this, you'll never stop it up. But if this thing's kicked like this, that dirt will go right up in there. So you need to bend this if you had to. I had to bend mine where that tail end is kicked up in the air, and you'll be okay. A couple years ago, I threaded, I'll get it out in a minute, threaded a piece on the side of here so I can put this little 3/8 bolt in here. And be good to go. Of course, I'm making it look hard for sure. I promise it's not that hard. There we go. Little 3/8 bolt holds that holder, keeps it in there. So that's what it looks like. I had a wire tie on there for some reason, probably because I had it wire tied to the rolling cultivators, but when I run this foot, I do that. And occasionally, you might have to come in here like this, flare that back out. I like flaring it a little bit, just, you know, flare it a little bit like that, and it helps keep everything free. Okay, last thing, not least, let's put the planter on. Let's check this new plate. Okay, 16 cell. It's more of a teardrop kind of deal. This is more for a flat corn than a round corn, and 99% of that seed corn is flat because I shelled it off the center of the cob. So I'm hopeful, that this will be a better, you know, seed for that. Okay, let's see what some will do. That's gonna be lovely. I'm getting this up because I don't want my ducks to get a pinch of Avipel, because that hopper's got Avipel in it. We'll probably just leave that in there for tomorrow. I'll put that Avipel seed on top of it. It ain't gonna plant a whole lot, and it'll start getting into the Avipel seed. So we'll just leave that in there. Planter ready, fertilizer ready. We got 10-20-20 this year. I had traditionally been using 10-10-10. We're going to use 10-20-20 this year. ain't nothing to it but to plant it tomorrow, and hopefully it rains Sunday, because it's dry. I'm gonna tell you guys, it's dry, dry, dry. It ain't gonna sprout till it rains on it. So, got a little bit of cold weather coming Monday night. That'll be fine. This will still be in a blanket, and then it warms up after that, and hopefully take off and be ready to go. Hopefully get a little rain on it. So, see you in the morning. Okay, it's 7:13. I'm 13 minutes behind schedule. I want to be planting by 7 o'clock. Ellie's putting some fertilizer in here. I was telling you guys last night I got 10, 20, 20.
Want to fill up a little bit more?
Is that just one bag?
Yeah, that's just one bag.
We'll ride that and see how far that goes.
Right.
I can get a check on how much I got coming out. We got the seed and hopper. I don't think that's going to be enough to plant this field. Pretty sure it won't be, but I got some more mixed up at the house, so we'll go from there. But all right, we're getting ready to start and get to it, and hopefully maybe a little after 9 we'll be done planting. But we'll see if we can get you some good footage. I'm glad you made it this far in the video, and that's probably going to be a little bit of a long video, but that's okay. It's only one time we get to plant a 2-acre field of Jimmy Red, so enjoy. Okay, we are back at the shed. We're cleaned up, hopper's off. Some of the planter stuff is washed. Tried to get a little bit of that Avipel dust off of there. Everything went great, I'm telling you. That 60-year-old planter right there didn't miss a beat. She planted 2 acres. Never skipped a beat, and everything went good. Sammy got to plant some. That was good for him to learn. And I appreciate you hanging in here. It's probably been a long video. I hadn't put it together yet, so I don't know how long it's going to turn out to be. But anyway, so look forward to putting some tires on this. And we got some plow parts for our plow for this tractor. We may try to work on it a little bit, because I'm not sure I'm ready to plant tomatoes and green beans yet. We may be towards the end of April, 1st of May before we plant them, but corn's in the ground. Pray that we get a rain this weekend. It is going to get a little cold Tuesday. I think what I have planted is still going to be in the dirt, so I think we'll be okay. I'm sure the Jimmy Red will still be in the dirt, but I was referring to this sweet corn that I planted in March. It's been dry. It's not really had the moisture to sprout, so I think we'll be okay. But fertilized down. I think we ended up. How many bags did you leave at the house?
5.
Ellie got 2, so that leaves 3. So 3 minus 15, we put 12 bags. That's 600 pounds. 600 pounds of 10, 20, 20 on 2 acres. So 300 pounds an acre is what we end up putting on there. I think that'll be good start for it, and we'll finish it up with some nitrogen later on. But yeah, looking forward to it. Got a lot of other stuff. We're gonna plant some cotton again this year, so we're looking forward to that. But y'all have a good weekend, a good day, good week. We'll see you on Monday Night Live. Hopefully I can get this video out Sunday morning, so hopefully that'll be the case. Anyway, God bless you. God loves you. We'll see you.